Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So in the last session again we were discussing about the concept of a variable. Then yeah, tell me what we were discussing. Let me hear from you only. Why should I speak? What we were discussing in the last session? No one?
सर वो क्लास वाला क्या बोलते हैं प्रिमिटिव नॉन प्रिमिटिव.
Correct. We were discussing about the types of data types. Fine.
सर
Like
आप
primitive.
हमें
Sorry.
पहले आप बोल दीजिए सर.
Yeah, so we were discussing about primitive and non-primitive data types, like the data types which are inbuilt. We can say those are the primitive data types, and the data types which are dynamic, which are not inbuilt. And if we can modify the data types, then we can consider those data types as non-primitive. Fine. Yes, Jatin, what was the issue?
कुछ नहीं सर, वो मैं ऐसा बोल रहा था कि आप हमें टाइप कन्वर्जन सिखाने वाले थे.
Yeah, that is what today I'm going to cover. That I know. Thanks for reminding. And today only, mostly for most of the subjects, you will get the recorded session, because I have instructed all the faculty members, and even for Java programming, I will upload all the videos in Drive, and that folder will be shared with all of you. So you can utilize this weekend, and if you have missed any sessions, then you can refer it, and you can be connected with all the sessions, because initial sessions are very crucial. If you don't know how to create object in Java, if you don't know how to compile the file, how to run the file, then surely sessions are going to get bored. And so today, for most of the subjects, you will get it. And for one or two subjects, if you will not get, then also you may get it by Monday or Tuesday. But mostly for all the subjects where our departments are taking lead, surely you will get the shared folder by 3 p.m. today. And so that you can refer it. So today we have decided to complete few things. So again, the things are very interesting. Let me just share my screen. So today we will start with the discussion of variable and argument and types of variables. I have three things in my mind, and today Kaushik sir is not going to take the session. So if you allow me, then I can go for at least 1.5 hours, so that I can complete the things in time. Will it be fine?
Sure sir.
Yeah. So you will not have extra session. After completion of my session, you'll be free. So that's why I'm thinking that let's increase the minutes for this session, so that we can cover a few things in time. Just a minute, let me admit few people. They are waiting in the lobby.
सर तो ये
Yeah.
आज के लास्ट सेशन होगा.
Yeah, this is going to be the last session for today.
ओके.
Yeah. So today I have planned to cover types of variables, then type conversion, and the concept of variable length argument, which is very important and very interesting. This is what I have planned. I will try to cover three things today. So let us start with the first one, which is types of variable. So can anyone tell me how many types could be there for variables if we talk about any programming languages? As of now, you may not have an idea, that's fine, but according to your knowledge, can anyone go for it? Like how many types of variables could be there?
Sir, global, local, and static.
Okay, so you are right at your perspective. So can you differentiate all those types which you have given the answer? Can you differentiate all the types, global, local and
ग्लोबल जो सर ग्लोबली डिक्लेयर होते हैं वो, लोकल जो हम लोग INTA करते हैं वो, और स्टैटिक जिसके आगे स्टैटिक लिखते हैं वो।
ग्लोबल जो ग्लोबली डिक्लेयर करता है, लोकल जो लोकली डिक्लेयर करते हैं, स्टैटिक जो स्टैटिक डिक्लेयर करते हैं।
अरे
Sir, can
ऐसा
I?
नहीं सर।
Can I?
Yeah. So again, Abhishek, you are
Sir,
also right. Name says everything. By looking at the name only, it is having the functionality. So you are correct.
ऐसा नहीं
It
सर।
was it was the smart answer, but still it is fine.
sir, can I?
Yes, go ahead.
सर ग्लोबली मतलब जो हम पूरे प्रोग्राम में पूरा कहीं भी यूज कर सकते हैं, मेन फंक्शन में
Okay.
भी यूज कर सकते हैं, बोल बाहर कोई और अलग क्लास या फंक्शन बनाए तो उसमें भी यूज कर सकते हैं। और
Okay.
लोकल वेरिएबल मतलब जैसे कि हमने कोई फंक्शन के अंदर एक वेरिएबल बनाया तो हम वो दूसरी जगह पे यूज नहीं कर सकते डायरेक्टली,
Correct.
तो उसे हम
Okay.
लोकल वेरिएबल कहेंगे। और स्टैटिक का मतलब ये है कि उसकी वैल्यू हम पूरे प्रोग्राम में कहीं चेंज नहीं कर सकते।
Is it so? See again, this is the misconception which I have found from
स्टैटिक
all
की
the
वैल्यू तो
students.
चेंज हो
We
सकती
can,
है।
yes, we can change the value of static variable. Fine.
मतलब कि वो ऊपर जैसे कि हमने पूरा प्रोग्राम फिर से, जैसे कि हमने कोई फंक्शन के अंदर स्टैटिक वेरिएबल बनाया और वो
Okay.
उसको फंक्शन को हम दूसरी बार कॉल करेंगे जो उसके अंदर वैल्यू है वो हो जाएगी फिर से, ऐसा।
No, but again, yeah, you're right. But the value of static variable may get changed. If we want to go for constant value, if we want our program where I don't want to change the value of that variable throughout the program, in that case, static is not helpful. For that, I need to go with final keyword. If you remember, final is also there.
सर स्टैटिक के लिए ऐसा नहीं है कि एक बार प्रोग्राम कंपाइल होगा तो वो एक ही बार मेमोरी कंज्यूम करेगा, बार बार नहीं।
Correct. Wonderful. So this is what I was about to discuss. And static is the variable which will occupy the memory only once. At the time of compilation only it will occupy the memory. For rest of the programs, whenever we are using the variables, it will not change the memory. That's the only thing with which is there with the static keyword. And so we are going to discuss all of these things, but if I talk about Java, then the names are different. Otherwise the concept is very similar. So in case of Java, you have again three types of variables. One is, you can say, local variables. You can say instance variable, which is also known as class variables. The last one is static variable. There are again three types of variables which are inside Java: local variables, instance variables, or you can say class variables, and static variables. And so mostly you are aware about the concept of local variables. As Rusi has said, local variables are declared inside the methods or constructors or any kind of blocks. Those variables cannot be defined inside the class straight away. Fine. So for example, if I have defined one class like this, let's say class demo. Inside this class, let's say I'm having one method, public void print. Inside this method, if I define any variable, let's say integer a, then this variable is known as local variable. The variable is declared inside the method. Similarly, if you declare your variable inside the constructors, then also it can be considered as local variable, because for local variable, the scope would be limited. Here I can say I can access the value of variable a within this method only. I cannot access this value outside this method. Fine. The scope is limited. Similarly, I can define the variables inside separate block also, like this. Like this also, integer b. So where I can say I have defined or I have declared integer b inside this block. So the scope will be limited within this block only. Fine. So these are known as local variables, where you can say that the variables are created inside the methods or constructors or blocks. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And
समझ नहीं
नहीं आ रहा है समझ में?
ध्यान नहीं था सर मेरा, फोन
ठीक
यूज
है,
कर
लेट
रहा।
मी Let me just repeat it again. See, whenever we define any variables inside methods or constructors or any blocks, then those variables are known as local variables. So if you look at this example, then you can see I have created one class which is demo. Inside this class, I have defined one method which is print, and I have defined one block. In this method, I have declared one variable which is integer a, and inside this block, I have declared one variable which is b, having same data type, integer. So here I can say integer a and b, these are the variables which can be considered as local variables because these variables are declared inside the method or block. Similarly, if I declare one variable here, let's say integer c, then I cannot say c is local variable. Why? Because it is not declared inside the method. It is declared inside the class. Are you getting the difference?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So always remember, if the variables are declared inside the methods or constructors or blocks, then those variables are always known as local variables. And these variables are created when the method or constructor are getting executed. So we can say for temporary purpose we are using these variables. Many a times you might have observed that for constructor or method we are passing parameters like this integer a comma integer b. So again these are local variables. We cannot say these are the permanent variables. We are just using these variables to make certain calculations. Otherwise, as soon as the method will complete the execution, there will be no use of these variables. So that's why the variables are known as either local variables or you can say temporary variables. Fine. One more thing, while declaring local variables, you don't need to even go with the access specifiers. Access specifiers cannot be used for local variables because the scope will be limited within this method only. You should not access it from outside the method. So again, the concept of access specifier is not needed because it is visible only within the declared things, within the method, within the constructor, or within the block. Is it fine?
सर
Yes, sir.
मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन है
Yes, go ahead.
सर। ये जब हम लोग कंपाइल करते हैं तो दो टाइप के मैसेज नहीं आते, एक तो या फिर एरर आता है या फिर वार्निंग्स आते हैं।
Yes, correct.
तो सर वो कब आते हैं, वार्निंग कब आती है और एरर कब आती है सर?
See, error whenever you are doing such kind of a silly mistake, like for each and every programming languages, there are certain rules. For example, if I talk about Java programming, then we know each and every line will end with a semicolon. So if you forget to put semicolon, it means you are violating the rules. At that time, you will always get a compilation error. It is not a warning, it is an error. You are not fulfilling the requirements. You are not following the rules which are defined. While many a times you are declaring the variables, but you are not using it. For example, here I declare one variable integer c is equal to 10, right? And throughout my program, if I am not using this variable, then this is useless. Are you getting me? I have declared this variable, but I am not using this variable throughout my program. So Java compiler may give warning that you have declared this variable, but you are not utilizing this variable. So it's a kind of warning. It is not an error.
Okay, sir. Okay.
It will simply warn you that you have declared it, but you are not using it. So if it is not needed, you can remove it so that you can save the memory. So certain kind of warnings could be there. Are you getting the difference?
Yes, sir. I'm clear,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, great. One more thing is very interesting for local variables. See, in the last session, we were discussing about the concept of default values for variables. Do you remember that concept? Default values for variables.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we were discussing that if I declare any variable having integer data type, then the default value would be 0 in case of Java. If I talk about C language, then it's a garbage value. Fine, in Java, there is nothing like garbage. So if you declare any variable and if you don't assign the value, then by default for integer data type, the value would be 0 because it is the default value for integer data type. So in case of local variables, there is no default value. If you declare any variables inside the methods constructors or any blocks, then there is no default value. Fine. So it should be declared and an initial value should be assigned to the variable before using it. So for example, here if I want to modify this variable or I want to assign the values or something, then before using this variable I need to initialize this value. I can do like this, integer a equal to 0 or something. Otherwise I will get the error. So that also we are going to see. Fine. So there are few things to remember. One is local variables are always declared inside the methods, constructors, or blocks. Other one is access modifiers are not needed while declaring the local variables. And the next one is there will not be a default value for the local variables. So are you fine with all the concept? Default values are not there for local variables.
यस
Yes,
सर
sir.
बट
Yes.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है
Yes, go ahead.
सर ये जो आपने इंटीजर सी लिया
Okay.
तो वो लोकल वेरिएबल नहीं हुआ ना वो तो
No,
इंस्टेंट
this is not a local variable. This is instance variable that we are going to discuss later on. This is not a local variable because it is not declared inside the method. It is declared inside the class, and that's why it is class variable, or you can say it is an instance variable. Fine.
ओके सर
Yeah. So now let us see. We have discussed that for local variables default values are not there. So let me just explain you. Let us define one class. Let's say default, or let's say local variable. Define main method. Let me go with one more class which is local. And let us implement one method here, public void display integer a is equal to, or let me just declare it. Now my question is I want to access display method. As you know, in Java the execution will always start from main method. So my question is how to access display method. What should I do now?
Sir, object बनाओगे.
Okay, so I need to create the object of class local. Now you know how to create object. Class name which is local, then object name, let's say ob equal to new, again class name which is local. We have created object of this local class. Now using this object I can access all the properties, and I want to access this property which is the method display. So I can do like this, ob.display, parameters are not needed, that's it. So it will call display method, it will go here and will try to execute the logic which is written inside the display method. So can anyone tell me what will be the output for this program when I will execute this program? Execution
Sir,
will
one,
start from
zero.
main. Sorry.
0.
Okay, Jatin is saying
Zero.
0. Okay. Other than 0, do you think any other, or do you expect any other output other than 0?
सर शायद से गार्बेज वैल्यू भी हो सकती, बट आपने कोई INTA को तो किसी उसमें डाला नहीं है ना, कोई लोकली वो नहीं हुआ नहीं.
So here I can say integer a is the local variable because it is declared inside this method. And
Okay,
for,
हाँ, sorry sir.
yeah, and for local variables there is no default value. Fine. Now let me just save this file. To execute. Name is local variable .java. See, you can see I'm getting an error. Variable a might not have been initialized. So now can anyone tell me why I'm getting this error?
सर ओबी डॉट डिस्प्ले के अंदर आपको लिखना पड़ेगा नहीं?
Why? There
सर
are no
क्योंकि आप
parameters.
सिस्टम आउट प्रिंटलन में आपने लिखा तो नहीं लिखना पड़ेगा सर? पैरामीटर्स
यहाँ से वो मेथड कॉल हो गई. Fine.
ओके सर, हाँ
Now
हाँ सॉरी
whatever
सर,
is
डिस्प्ले की
whatever is written
Sorry.
inside the method, that is our logic. So my logic is I have declared one variable and I'm trying to print the value. That's it. But I'm getting an error, and the error says variable a might not have been initialized. Why? What could be the reason?
सर अगर ये लोकली किया है और इसमें जीरो नहीं आएगा तो गार्बेज वैल्यू भी नहीं आ रही होगी, इसके लिए सर लिखा हो शायद.
Correct. मैंने एक पॉइंट बोला था कि as far as local variables are concerned, there is no default value. So before using the variable, you should declare an initialize the value. ऐसा statement मैंने बोला था, if you remember. For local variables, there is no default value. So before using any variables, you need to declare the variable as well as you need to initialize the value. तो मैंने बोला था कि आपको कुछ तो initialize करना ही पड़ेगा. यहाँ पे let's say I don't know whether what kind of value will be there with a, but as soon as I declare the variable, I need to initialize it. So let's say I'm going to initialize it with 0. Later on, the value may get changed. So now you will not see that compilation error. You can see now the error is not there, and you will get the output also. It gives 0. So now you can modify the value. If I want to add the value, let's say a is equal to a plus 10, then I will get the updated value. I'm getting 10, 0 plus 10. And so before using any local variables, you must initialize the value. This is what I was about to discuss, and that's why I have covered this program. Is it fine? For class variables, it is not needed. If you declare variable here, then it is perfectly fine. You don't need to worry about initialization part. See, I'm not getting any error because b is not a local variable, and if it is not local variable, then you may have default values. Other than local variables, default values are there. For class variable, default value is there. So here I can say a variable b is having integer data type. So for this variable, the default value is 0 because it is having integer data type. And for integer data type, the default value is 0. But for local variables, default values are not there. So whenever you declare any variable inside the methods, always make sure that you initialize the value. Are you getting this concept?
Yes sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
सर
Okay,
एक क्वेश्चन है.
Yes.
ये अगर आपको INT B को अब प्रिंट कराना हो तो कैसे लिखेंगे?
तो हम यहाँ पे अगर मुझे इनसाइड ही लिखना है तो मैं यहाँ पे जैसे a को प्रिंट किया है, सिमिलरली आई कैन डिस्प्ले द वैल्यू ऑफ b लाइक दिस.
बट सर वो इसके बाहर नहीं, और डिस्प्ले मेथड के बाहर किया है.
डिस्प्ले के बाहर हुआ है, लेकिन देखो यहाँ पे b का स्कोप क्या है. दिस इज द स्कोप फॉर वेरिएबल b.
हाँ सर.
Throughout this area I can access b. So now this area is inside this scope which we have specified here. Are you getting this?
हाँ सर. यस सर.
यहाँ पे जो स्कोप है वो लार्जर वाला है, b का जो स्कोप है वो बड़ा है. तो उसके अंदर तो हम कहीं पे भी उसको एक्सेस कर सकते हैं, लेकिन इसके बाहर हम उसको एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते.
ओके सर.
So in this case you will get 0 for variable b.
सॉरी सर, ये ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ मैं.
No, it's fine. It is the initial phase, so you need to clear all the doubts, and even I will be more than happy to address all the answers.
Yes
So
sir.
you can see the default value is 0 because b is class variable, it is not the local variable, and that's why for class variables the default values are there, and for integer default value is 0, so I am getting 0. And so this is what the concept of local variable is. So you just need to remember a few points like variables which are defined inside the methods or constructors or blocks are defined as local variables. Then You don't need to even go for access specifier while declaring any kind of local variables, and there is no default value for any local variables. So this is what you need to remember. Is it fine? Should I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now second one is let me just remove this class variable, or it is also known as instance variable. Do you know what is instance?
जो सर
Sir,
क्लास के अंदर वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर होते हैं उसे इंस्टेंस बोलते हैं ना
नो,
शायद।
इंस्टेंस का मीनिंग क्या हुआ वही मैं बोलता हूँ.
something
ઝડપથી થઈ
एट द
જાય.
टाइम
હા, at the time. Yes.
At the time, okay. So I'm going in technical things. So if we go for technical things, programming languages, then what is the meaning of instance? Kind of object only. Both are same. If I say I need to create the object of this class, or if I say I need to create the instance of this class, then both are same. So either you can say object or you can say instance. Fine. So whenever it comes to instance variable, it means using object you can access the variables. It means the variables which are defined inside the class, fine, but outside the method or constructor or any block, those variables are always known as class variables, or you can say instance variables. The example which I have given like this, let's say I'm having this class and I declare variable here, then I can say this is instance variable, instance variable, or you can say this is class variable, because it is defined inside the class, not in a method or constructor or any block. Are you getting this?
yes, sir.
Yeah. So whenever you declare any variables inside the class, or you can say outside the methods, then those variables are always known as instance variables. And to access all the instance variables, you need to create the object of the class where your variables are defined. It is compulsory to create the object if the variables are not static, because static variable is again one more concept. So whenever we talk about instance variable, it is non-static. Always it is defined inside the class and it is not declared with static keyword. So to access the variables, you need to create the object of class. And using new keyword, the way we are creating object of any class. Similarly, you need to create the object of appropriate class where your variable is defined, and using that object you can access the value. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
For instance variable, you can give access specifier if you want this variable to be accessible from outside the class, then access specifiers are needed. Similarly, default values are also there for instance variables. Fine. Few minutes back we have discussed and we have executed the program. So for instance variables, you can always get the default values. For all the numbers, the default value is 0. For boolean, it is false, and for object, it is null. So that we are going to discuss later on. Don't worry. But ultimately, for class variables, default values are there. You can go with access specifiers, and the variables which are defined inside the class, outside the methods, can be considered as instance. And to access the variables, you need to create the object. That's it. This is what you need to remember. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And the last concept, which is static, again you are already aware about this concept, the concept of static keyword. So we can use static keyword with variables, with methods, with blocks. So use of static is everywhere. And whenever we declare any method with static keyword, then now you are aware about that concept. If the method is declared with static keyword, then without creating the object, you can access the method. So similarly, we can use a static keyword with variable also. So same concept is applicable with variables also. If any variable is declared with static keyword, you don't need to create the object. For class variable, to access the variable, you need to create the object. But if the variable is declared with static keyword, you don't need to create the object. Using class name itself, you can access it. The way we are accessing methods, you can access all static variables using class name itself. Fine. तो मैंने for example यहाँ पे static keyword लिख दिया. So what is the meaning? If I want to access this variable, then without creating the object of demo class, I can access it. Simply, what should I do? Demo.a class name dot property. Similarly, I can access the value. Fine. So any variable which is declared with static keyword, and if it is defined inside the class but outside the method or constructor, then those variables are known as static variables. Whatever we think about instance variable, each and every concept is applicable for static variables also. The only difference is it is declared with static keyword. And if it is declared with static keyword, then there would be only one copy of each class variable if it is declared with static. And so as Abhishek was saying, for memory management, static variables are very useful because the variables are stored in static memory only. So it will occupy the memory only once when we compile the program. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and if you talk about accessibility of all the static variables, then it is very similar to the instance variable. जैसे हम instance variable को कोई भी class में access कर सकते हैं, even though the class is different. Similarly, we can access all the static variables from anywhere. And so it depends on the access specifier which we are using. But according to the access specifier, we can access it from everywhere. So accessibility is also same. Yeah, any doubts in this?
Default
And again,
value.
default
So-
values are also there. Yes, all the concepts are there which we are pointing out for instance variable. Everything is same apart from the static keyword. So the only difference is memory management, and to access the variables you need to create the object if you talk about instance variable. But for static variable, using class name itself you can access it. That's the only difference. Otherwise default values are also there for static and for instance variable. For both, default values are there. And so let me just give one demo. Let us create one class demo and let me go with two variables. One is integer a equal to 10, and another one is static integer b is equal to 20. So now my question is, I want to print both the values in the local variable class. So here the variables are declared and initialized in different class. I want to access it here. So what should I do? I want to print the value of both the variables. What should I do?
सर स्टैटिक में तो डायरेक्टली हो जाएगा demo.b से.
Correct. So
और
here we have two variables where with one variable static keyword is not there, while in the other one static keyword is there. So we can say this is instance variable and this is static variables. Fine. Both can be accessible from everywhere. Both will have default values. Both will have access specifiers. Everything is there. But to access this value, it is compulsory that I need to create the object of this class, which is demo. Then and only then I can access this value. And for this variable b, as it is declared with static keyword, without creating object of demo, I can access this value using class name itself. So let us see how to access it. तो मुझे a को अगर एक्सेस करना है तो जैसे मैंने बोला कि मुझे डेमो का ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करना ही पड़ेगा. तो let us try to create the object of class demo. Fine. So demo ob equal to new demo, and now I can print system dot out dot println ob.a. We save this file and let us compile it.
सर हमें OB लिखना भी जरूरी नहीं है ना, कुछ भी लिख सकते ना वैसे.
Yeah, it is not compulsory that you should write ob only. Let me go with my name. It's fine. So this is the object. So here I need to write ravindra.a. Fine. After all, it's object name only. You can go with any name.
और अगर सर मैं डेमो ही लिख दूं तो चलेगा?
Which one?
अगर सर मैं लिखूं ही डेमो स्पेस डेमो इक्वल्स
Yeah.
न्यू डेमो,
I think it will work or it should work. I am not sure even. Let me just try. I think it should not work. No, it's fine. Let us see. Very good question. Even I have not tried it. Yeah, it's fine. You can use anything. Even class name will also work. Fine. But to avoid confusion, it is always recommended that you don't use class name. Otherwise, you will get confusion whether A is static or instance. Because here, if I write demo.a and class name is demo, so there could be misinterpretation that A could be a static variable, which is not. Are you getting me?
यस सर यस.
Yeah, so it is always better that you go with different name. And so let's say demo 1. Here you can write demo 1. So you can say I'm getting output which is 10. And so I have accessed instance variable using the instance, using the object. Now let me try to access the variable B, which is static variable. So as I said, for static variables, you don't need to create object. So without using this object, if I want to access variable B, then I can use this class name. So I can write demo.b and I should get 20. I'm getting 10 and 20. Is it fine? So this is how you can use static variables, local variables, and instance variables within your program. Tell me if you have any doubts. Otherwise, I'm done with the types of variables. There are mainly 3 types: local, instance, and static. The variables which are defined inside the methods or constructors or any blocks can be considered as local variables. For local variables, access specifiers are not needed. Default values are not there for local variables. While for instance variables and for static variables, access specifiers are also there. The variables are defined inside the class, outside the constructors, methods, and blocks. And instance and static variables will have default values. To access instance variable, you need to create the object. To access static variables, you can create the object or you can access it using the class name itself. And for both, default values are there. And so this is known as the concept of types of variables. So let me know if you have any doubts.
No sir.
Everyone, only Jatin is replying, so I'm not sure whether you are giving reply through chat or not. Let me just see.
हेलो सर.
Yes.
सर एक डाउट है कि सर आपने कहा था ना पहले कि अगर जैसे कि एक मेथड है, एक क्लास के अंदर आपने एक मेथड लिखी, उसको स्टैटिक से अगर कीवर्ड से डिफाइन किया, तो अगर हम दूसरा क्लास लेते हैं उसमें भी स्टैटिक होना चाहिए, तो ही हम एक दूसरे में वो मेथड यूज कर सकते हैं. तो इसमें तो ऐसा नहीं है ना?
No. I was not saying like that. मैं ऐसा बोल रहा था उस दिन. Static method can only call static methods. What does it mean? यहाँ पे अगर एक मेथड है, हमारी जो मेन मेथड है वो स्टैटिक है, तो इन मेथड से मुझे किसी और मेथड को कॉल करना है विद इन द क्लास, देन इट मस्ट बी स्टैटिक. फॉर एग्जांपल, यहाँ पे मैं एक मेथड डिफाइन कर रहा हूँ this, and if I try to access the method from here, then it will not work. And because I am accessing the display method which is non-static, and I am trying to access it from static method, so which is not valid. Let's see. You can see non-static method display cannot be referenced from a static context. So in that case, I need to create object of this class, or I can declare this method with static keyword. So this is what I was discussing for the same class. Now, if the method is defined in different class and if it is not declared with static keyword, then it is fine. Anyhow, we need to create the object. Are you getting this concept?
ओके सर, समझ. हाँ सर.
अगर दूसरे क्लास में ये मेथड डिफाइन हुई है और वो स्टैटिक नहीं है, तो भी मुझे ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना है. स्टैटिक है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. यूजिंग क्लास नेम इटसेल्फ वी कैन एक्सेस इट. बट द वन व्हिच आई वाज एक्सप्लेनिंग, इट वाज फॉर सेम क्लास ओनली.
सर एरर तो सेम आएगा ना दोनों में कि तुमने बनाया नहीं है कर.
किसमें?
अगर सर आपने स्टैटिक नहीं लिखा था तो भी वो कंपाइल नहीं होगा ना वहाँ पे,
हाँ तो वही हुआ
ऑब्जेक्ट
ना।
तो बना ही नहीं। तो सर एरर जो दिखाएगा वो सेम दिखाएगा ना अगर आप
यस यस,
नया
सेम
क्लास।
एरर। यस यस, यहाँ पे जो मैं कंपाइल करता हूँ तो मुझे दिखाई दे रहा है कि नॉन स्टैटिक मेथड display कैन नॉट बी referenced from a static context. So same error we are going to get. Fine. So to resolve it, either I need to create the object or I can write static keyword. But this is for within the class. If it is outside the class, then there is no point of discussion, because if the method is defined in different class and if it is not declared with static, then even though main method is not static, then also we need to create the object. So that is again a separate track. Are you getting me?
यस सर।
अगर यहाँ पे मेन
Yes, sir.
मेथड स्टैटिक नहीं होती फिर भी हम एक्सेस नहीं कर सकते डायरेक्टली, बिकॉज इट इज डिफाइंड इन डिफरेंट क्लास। तो जावा में मुझे दूसरे क्लास की कोई भी प्रॉपर्टी को कभी भी एक्सेस करना है, देन ऑब्जेक्ट इज नीडेड और एल्स इट मस्ट बी स्टैटिक। फाइन।
यस सर।
Okay. So if you don't have doubts, you can write in chat box so that I can have confidence that I am teaching well. As I said, even though if you don't know, you can write that no doubt. It will increase my confidence as well. So only 3 to 4 guys are replying. Jatin, then Abhishek, Rusi, Smith. क्लास में कितने हैं अभी? There are 28. इसमें से 2-3 तो ऐसा है कि वो कभी आ रहे हैं कभी जा रहे हैं, मुझे भी देखना पड़ता है। उसके ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, घर की भी है, पढ़ने की भी है। So it happens. Okay, fine. So mostly now people are replying. You don't have any doubts, so that's great. So now let me explain very interesting concept, which is the concept of variable length argument. I'm sure you will not have an idea. Otherwise, it is there in all the programming languages, which is very useful concept. Concept of variable length argument. Now, before explaining this, let me give one task. Let me write one program, and you will have to help me. Let's say I'm defining one variable. Let me just save this file with different name. Length. This is my main method. And in different class, let me implement one method. Void display. And here let me go with few parameters also. Let's say integer a. You need to be with me. This is very interesting concept and very useful as well, and it will be there in all the programming languages. And so you can stop me if you are not getting. Otherwise, you need to be with me throughout the program. Then and only then you will be able to understand it. So as usual, my first question is how to access display method from main. Now the question would be for specific students only, so you don't need to give the answer, because I want to see whether you are aware about this or not. So Jiten, are you there? Jiten Wala? Darshan Lakhani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So can you help me if I want to access display method? What should I do? मुझे अभी डिस्प्ले मेथड को कॉल करनी है तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? पता है?
नहीं सर.
Why? क्यों नहीं पता है? मुझे फाइल को कंपाइल करनी है तो क्या लिखना पड़ेगा कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट में?
पहले सेव करना पड़ेगा, फिर कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट ओपन करना पड़ेगा, फिर फाइल की जो लोकेशन है, पाथ है, वो डिस्प्ले करनी पड़ेगी.
Okay, then after reaching to the path, what should I do?
जावा सी, फिर
Okay,
demo.java.
thank you. इतना तो पता है. Great. Bhakti, Ketia Bhakti, are you there? I think she's not there. Ronak, are you there? Malvi? See, I'm going to mark absent for all these students who are not replying to me. So it is not that if you will attend the session, then your attendance will be marked. Rather, you should not attend the sessions. Why you are wasting your time? There are many things to do at your home also. You can help your mother, you can help your father. You should not waste your time, because time is very crucial. It is money. Chandrika, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So can you help me out? If I want to access the display method, then what should I do? Dhruvin, are you there? ध्रुविन चोटलिया.
यस सर. यस.
मुझे अभी डिस्प्ले मेथड को कॉल करनी है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा?
ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना पड़ेगा सर. ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्प्ले मेथड.
किसका ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना पड़ेगा? मेरा या तुम्हारा? किसका? हर्ष, चंद्रना हर्ष, are you there?
यस सर.
So मुझे अभी डिस्प्ले मेथड कॉल करनी है तो क्या करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे?
डिस्प्ले मेथड को कॉल करने के लिए
See, those who are not replying, make sure within this weekend you go through all the recorded session, because from Monday onwards I will not allow any student if you will be behaving like this, because I don't like to teach the way I am teaching, and I don't like the session where there is no interaction. Otherwise I will stop teaching you, that's for sure. I am having other divisions also where I can teach, where they are giving more interaction. So why should I waste my time in your class? And so make sure you, all of you, it is to all, it is not for specific students to whom I have asked the questions. It is for entire class. On Monday I will ask few questions, and if you will not be able to give the correct answer, then surely I will not allow you to attend any online session. And so those who are having enough grip, you can help your colleagues or they can get help from you. But ultimately, if you will be like this, then I will stop teaching in your class. I don't like this kind of session at all, where there are only 3 to 4 people. Rather, we will create the group of 3 to 4 people and we will have a separate session. Okay, so now tell me who will help me to access this display method.
You ask, sir.
I was asking, but no one was replying. So now the floor is open for all.
डेमो क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट बना लीजिए, बाद में कॉल कर लीजिए डिस्प्ले को।
मुझे कुछ आता ही नहीं है, कैसे बनाना है ऑब्जेक्ट?
सर
सर
क्लास नेम
ये
बाद में ऑब्जेक्ट नेम।
क्लास नेम देन
सर
ऑब्जेक्ट नेम।
मतलब
डेमो
No, sir,
डेमो
demo.
सॉरी सर, डेमो ओबी
ओके
इक्वल टू न्यू डेमो
करेक्ट।
पैरेंथेसिस। हाँ, बाद में प्रॉपर्टीज को कॉल कर लीजिए।
ob dot display fine. Will it work?
आर्ग्यूमेंट भी पास करना पड़ेगा।
Correct. See, in this method there is one parameter. So while accessing this method, I'll need to give any value. So let me go with value 10. Now is it fine?
Yes.
Yes, we have created object. Using object, we are trying to access the method, so everything is fine. In this method, there is one parameter, so we are passing one parameter, which is 10. So as soon as we will call this method, it will go to this method. The value 10 is going to pass here, and whatever value is getting passed, we are trying to print the value, so it will give 10. Let us see whether it gives 10 or not. Variable length dot java, okay, and java space variable length. So you can say I'm getting 10. Now one more thing, instead of one parameter, if I go with one more parameter, then will it work?
नो सर, इसके लिए मैं 2 पैरामीटर पास भी करने पड़ेगा।
Correct. So मुझे यहाँ से one more parameter I should pass, let's say 20, and if I print both the values, then both the values will get printed. B. So you can see we are getting both the values 10 and 20. And so here the only problem is I have written this static code. Like if I want to access this method, then I need to know how many parameters are there, or accordingly I need to pass the parameters from here, from where I am calling the method. And so as soon as I want to modify the code, I'll have to modify the parameters as well. So this is what the trouble which I am facing. तो अभी मेरा टास्क ये है कि मुझे ऐसा करना है, यहाँ से मैं कितनी भी वैल्यू पास करूँ, फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई पास 10, 20, 30, तो अकॉर्डिंगली मुझे यहाँ पे चेंज करना पड़ेगा। यस और नो?
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't want to modify this code. For example, while doing coding, if I have implemented this method, later on I don't want to modify the structure of this method, even though I give different parameters. यहाँ पे मैं कोई भी पैरामीटर पास करूं, मुझे वही मेथड पे जाना है, उसी को ही कॉल करना है, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा?
सॉरी
फंक्शन ओवरलोडिंग।
नो, अभी मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मुझे यहाँ पे लेट्स से फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम आई एम गिविंग 10, तो ऑब्वियसली इट विल कॉल दिस मेथड एंड द वैल्यू 10 विल गो हियर। नाउ मेरा टास्क है कि मैं यहाँ पे 10 एंड 20 दोनों पास करना चाहता हूँ, लेकिन मुझे यही मेथड को कॉल करनी है, एंड माय लॉजिक वुड बी वेराइंग अकॉर्डिंग टू द पैरामीटर्स। यहाँ पे 2 वैल्यू है, तो मेरा लॉजिक उसके अकॉर्डिंग होगा, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा?
तो सर एक ही नाम के 2 फंक्शन बनाने पड़ेंगे, और एक में 1 आर्गुमेंट, दूसरे में 2 आर्गुमेंट, तीसरे में 3। तो जब आप जैसे कि 1 आर्गुमेंट डालेंगे तो उसमें 1 में चला जाएगा, ऐसा फंक्शन ओवरलोडिंग।
वेरी गुड, लेकिन वन मोर ट्विस्ट इज देयर, मुझे ये भी नहीं पता है कि मुझे यहाँ पे कितनी आर्गुमेंट पास करनी है. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन माय रिक्वायरमेंट. इट इज पॉसिबल दैट I should give one parameter, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 12, even 100. Then I never know what kind of values are there inside the parameter.
सर आपका
सर
क्वेश्चन
एरे लेना पड़ेगा, एरे
एरे भी ले लेंगे, उसमें भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. लेकिन मेरा क्वेश्चन अभी ये है कि मुझे यहाँ पे पता ही नहीं है कि मुझे क्या पास करना है. फाइन, स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, if this method is having one parameter, then surely we will have to pass one parameter. Then and only then it will execute. ये हम सबको पता है, ठीक है.
यस सर.
या सो अभी मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि यहाँ पे 10 की जगह पे मैं 10 और 20 दोनों अगर मैं यहाँ पे लिखूंगा तो उसका मतलब कि इस मेथड में either there must be two parameters or I should have one more method where there are two parameters like this. मैं यहाँ पे इस मेथड को कॉपी करता हूँ और instead of one parameter let me go with one more. So now it will work. Fine. यहाँ पे दो पैरामीटर है तो accordingly it will call this display method where there are two parameters. So this is what generally we are saying concept of function overloading, or you can say method overloading. There is one name but having different parameters. So now it will work. Let me just compile this file.
सर एरर आएगी.
Why B was not there?
हाँ
ફર્સ્ટ માં system.out.ptl માં b પાસ કરાયું કાઢવું પડે.
Okay. So now it is fine. And you can say I'm getting both the values. तो अभी यहाँ पे मैंने 10, 20 पास किया तो जैसे आपने बताया कि either I need to modify the parameter of this method or I need to define the separate method. But my question is I never know what kind of values I'm going to pass here. मुझे अभी पता ही नहीं है कि मैं यहाँ पे क्या पास करूंगा. 10, 20 कर सकता हूँ, मैं ऐसा भी कर सकता हूँ 10, 20, 30, ऐसा भी कर सकता हूँ, ऐसा भी कर सकता हूँ. So likewise I can pass let's say 100 parameters. I don't know how many parameters I will pass. तो वो कौन सा लॉजिक और कौन सा कोड मुझे लिखना पड़ेगा कि एवरी टाइम इट विल कॉल द सेम मेथड.
सर आपको लूप बनानी पड़ेगी.
फर्स्ट आर यू गेटिंग द रिक्वायरमेंट? दिस इज व्हाट माय रिक्वायरमेंट इज.
सर आपको पहले यूजर से पूछना पड़ेगा कि आप कितने आर्ग्यूमेंट डालना चाहते हैं. उसके हिसाब से हम फिर लॉजिक लगा लेंगे कि फंक्शन बन जाएगा उसके हिसाब से. तो ये ऐसा कर सकते हैं हम कि यूजर से पहले पूछ सकते हैं कि आप कितने आर्ग्यूमेंट एंटर करना चाहते हैं.
नो बट अगेन यू आर नॉट गेटिंग माय क्वेश्चन. अभी ऐसा नहीं है कि हम पहले यूजर को पूछेंगे कि कितने आर्ग्यूमेंट्स आपको पास करने हैं, वो दो बोलेंगे तो हम दो उसके पास से गेट करेंगे और दो को कॉल करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं है. अभी while calling I don't know. Fine. For example I was doing certain kind of testing program. तो मैं टेस्टिंग के लिए पहले यहाँ पे 10 पास कर सकता हूँ, सेकंड टाइम में 10, 20 पास कर सकता हूँ, थर्ड टाइम में 30 भी कर सकता हूँ. सो इट डिपेंड्स. But my question is every time I want to execute the same method. I don't want to go with the concept of method overloading. This is what I am asking. मुझे यहाँ पे सेम ही मेथड एग्जीक्यूट करनी है बिकॉज मेरा जो एक्चुअल लॉजिक है वो इसी मेथड में है. हर मेथड में मैं वो लॉजिक नहीं इंप्लीमेंट कर सकता हूँ. नाउ आर यू गेटिंग द क्वेश्चन? मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि यहाँ से जो मेथड में कॉल करता हूँ, fine, don't bother about the parameters. Whatever parameters I will pass here, it will call the same method. मुझे ऐसा चाहिए कि यहाँ पे मैं 10 पास करूँ तो भी यही मेथड में जाना चाहिए, 20 पास करूँ फिर भी वो यही मेथड को कॉल करना चाहिए, 30 पास करूँ. So likewise if I pass 100 parameters, then also it should go in the same method. This is what I want. Are you getting the question?
यस सर. बट सर ये पॉसिबल है नहीं है ना शायद, या तो सर डिफॉल्ट आर्गुमेंट समथिंग होता है.
पॉसिबल नहीं है बिकॉज यू डोंट नो व्हाट इज द कांसेप्ट ऑफ वेरिएबल लेंथ आर्गुमेंट. दैट्स व्हाई आई एम हियर.
अच्छा सर, आप बताने ही वाले थे इसके बारे में.
या सो दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस. फाइन. पहले मुझे रिक्वायरमेंट इसकी आपको बतानी थी कि वेरिएबल लेंथ आर्गुमेंट की जरूरत क्या है. नाउ यू विल गेट इट. फाइन. आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन इट, सो डोंट वरी. So this concept is known as variable length argument because arguments are getting varied. Fine. We are not sure about the arguments. It could be 1, it could be 2, 3, 4. so it is varying. So उसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? The very simple syntax is there. See, while implementing the method, if you want to implement the concept of variable length argument, then you need to follow this syntax. And the syntax is, let me first write syntax here. Syntax is data type, then 3 dots, dot, dot, and dot. 3 dots are required, and array name. Few of you guys were saying we need to go with array, so you were right. Whenever you want to store multiple things, array is always needed. So this is the syntax of variable length argument. In any method, whenever you want to implement this concept as a parameter, you need to write this. तो अभी यहाँ पे डिस्प्ले मेथड है, उसमें मुझे वो वेरिएबल लेंथ आर्गुमेंट वाला कंसेप्ट चाहिए, तो मैं क्या करूंगा? यहाँ पे पहले मुझे डेटा टाइप लिखना पड़ेगा. किसका डेटा टाइप? द वैल्यूज व्हिच आई एम पासिंग व्हाइल कॉलिंग द मेथड्स. सो यहाँ पे लेट्स से आई एम पासिंग इंटीजर वैल्यूज, सो आई कैन गो विथ इंटीजर डेटा टाइप. Fine. Then 3 dots, so dot, dot, and dot, and array name. So it is up to you. You can go with any name. Let's say A. Are you getting this? So far, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
तो इसका मतलब क्या होगा? यहाँ से जब भी मैं मेथड कॉल करता हूँ, जितने भी पैरामीटर्स मैं यहाँ पे पास करता हूँ, ये सब पैरामीटर्स यहाँ पे इस एरे पे स्टोर होगा. यहाँ पे मैं 10 पास करता हूँ, then 10 is going to be stored in this array. अगर मैं 10 और 20 दो पैरामीटर पास करता हूँ, then दोनों पैरामीटर इस एरे में स्टोर हो जाएंगे. So you can say this will create one array where array name is A, and all the values will be stored in that array. So now you can put your logic and you can execute the loop. So for example, मुझे अभी ऐसा करना है कि यहाँ पे मैं जितनी आर्गुमेंट पास करूँ, अकॉर्डिंगली मुझे सभी आर्गुमेंट्स को डिस्प्ले करना है. तो मुझे पता है कि all the arguments will be stored in this array. Fine, so I can execute the loop. तो मैं यहाँ पे loop लिखता हूँ for, let's say integer I is equal to 0 2. Now what should I write here? How many times I should execute this loop? कितनी बार है loop?
3 times.
As of now it is 3 times, but it is dynamic. I don't know how many values will be there. So what should I write here?
A times.
And not A times, but
n
A
times.
array के, no. A times means what is it?
Equal
A
to
is not having any value.
नहीं सर, आप जब आर्ग्यूमेंट पास करोगे तो A में स्टोर होगी, तो A के
A में स्टोर होगी तो वो ऐसे होगी. A of 0 will have first value, then A of 1 will have second value.
A of I sir.
A of I equal to null.
Let me first explain. Don't worry. जो मैंने बोला यहाँ पे कि मैं यहाँ से 3 वैल्यू पास कर रहा हूँ, तो वो तीनों वैल्यू इस एरे में स्टोर हो जाएगी. तो इट वुड बी लाइक दिस. एक की जो पहली इंडेक्स है वहां पे 10 स्टोर होगा, एक की जो दूसरी इंडेक्स है वहां पे 20, then 30. And let us try to print single value so that you will get the idea. System.out.println. यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ a of 0. So what should be the output for this case?
10 आएगा.
Yes, 10 मिलना चाहिए.
10.
Yeah, so let's see. I'm not getting any error even though I'm passing 3 parameters. Here there are no 3 parameters, but still I'm not getting any compilation error. And let me run this file. You can see I'm getting 10. Similarly, if I try to display a of 1, then I should get 20. And you can see. So are you getting this concept? All the arguments are getting stored in the array which we have mentioned here. तो अभी हमारा क्वेश्चन ये है कि यहाँ पे जितने आर्गुमेंट मैंने पास किए वो सब आर्गुमेंट्स को मुझे यहाँ पे प्रिंट करना है. तो मुझे वो लूप की जरूरत पड़ेगी.
Definitely yes sir.
Yes. So यहाँ पे मैं 0 से स्टार्ट करता हूँ इंडेक्स. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज मुझे लूप को कितनी बार घुमाना है?
सर जब तक a of I इक्वल टू null या 0 ना हो जाए तब तक.
But a of I, is it a valid way to write a of I while defining the problem?
No sir.
Then यहाँ पे मुझे कोई नंबर चाहिए. मुझे वो पता होना चाहिए कि यहाँ पे इस एरे में कितने एलिमेंट है. So how can I come to know that how many elements are there inside this array.
सर
See,
वो
simply
तो फिर आर्गुमेंट जितने
सर
पास
सर
किए होंगे.
you can find the length of array.
यस
Fine. So what you can do, you can find the length of array, a dot length. So this will give the number of elements which are stored inside this array. तो यहाँ पे मैं लिखता हूँ कि अभी i 0 से स्टार्ट होता है, वो जब तक उसकी लेंथ से 0 है, i लेस देन और इक्वल टू लेट्स से a डॉट लेंथ, तब तक मुझे इंक्रीमेंट करना है, और एवरी टाइम मुझे a of 5 प्रिंट करना है. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? पहली बार जब लूप स्टार्ट होगी तो वैल्यू ऑफ i वुड बी 0. a dot length, let's say there are 3 elements, so length would be 3. 0 is less than or equal to 3, condition is true. It will go inside and it will display of 0, so I will get 10. Second time the value of I would be 1. Again 1 is less than or equal to 3, condition is true. It will go inside and it will display of I is now 1, so a of 1. A of 1 means 20. Then again the value of I would be 2. 2 less than or equal to 3, it will print a of 2, which is 30. But when it will increment the value of I from 2 to 3, now the value of 3 is less than or equal to 3, which is again true. So it will try to display of 3 where there is no value. तो अभी ये लूप 4 times घूमेगी. देखो 3 times we will get the output 10, 20, 30, and then we should get an exception because we are trying to access the value where there is no value. Let us see. See, I am getting 10, 20, and 30, but for the last time java.length.array index out of bounds exception. So this is the exception which we are going to discuss in the chapter, which is exception handling. You can see index 3 out of bounds for length 3. We have only 3 elements, but we are trying to access the 4th element, which is not there. So I can just remove this equal to sign, and now the exception will not be there.
सर ऐसे a dot length लिख सकते हैं?
Yes, लिख सकते हैं. To find the length of array, this is the function length. It will give the number of element. Let me print the value of a dot length, so you will come to know. System.out.println. Let me write a dot length. At the end you can see I'm getting 3 because there are 3 elements. Let me change the parameters 40 and 50. So now all 5 elements will get displayed using this loop, and at the end I will get answer 5 because length of this array is 5.
हेलो सर.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and length is 5. Yes, Meet?
सर ये तो समझ आ गया, बट जो ये डॉट लेंथ है वो क्या है सर? मतलब उसको क्या कह सकते हैं?
ये जो है वो it's an
हाँ सर,
inbuilt
डॉट
function.
लेंथ.
Yeah, it's an inbuilt function to find the length of any array.
हाँ ओके सर, वही जाना था, मतलब फंक्शन में.
या इनबिल्ट मेथड है. यहाँ पे हम दूसरा कुछ नहीं लिख सकते हैं. लेंथ है वो एरे की जो लेंथ फाइंड करने के लिए इनबिल्ट फंक्शन है, तो वो हमें लिखना पड़ेगा. So in Java, whenever you need to find length of array, always you can use this function length, which is the inbuilt function.
सर ये जो आपने सिखाया है इसका नाम क्या था? वेरिएबल लेंथ?
Yes, so this is known as the concept of variable length argument because the arguments are getting varied. Fine. ऐसा हो सकता है कि यहाँ पे पहली बार argument 1 है, then 2 है, 3 है, 4 है. So arguments are not fixed, it is variable, and that is why this concept is known as variable length argument. So now you don't need to worry about the arguments. You can pass anything here. Whatever you pass, it will be stored in this method only, in this array only, because this method is having the concept of variable length argument. And with this, I think you can go with other parameter also. Let's see if it is there. I think at the end we cannot pass. Let me just try first. Yeah, so it will not work, but we can define it initially if I'm not wrong. ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि यहाँ पे जो स्ट्रिंग मैंने स्पेसिफाई की है उसको स्टोर करने के लिए लेट मी गो विथ वन स्ट्रिंग वेरिएबल, and then for rest of the integer values let me go with variable length argument. I think it should work. Yeah, it is fine. तो आप ऐसा भी कर सकते हो कि वेरिएबल लेंथ आर्गुमेंट के साथ दूसरे डेटा टाइप को भी आप क्लब कर सकते हो लाइक दिस. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, पहली जो स्ट्रिंग है वो स्ट्रिंग पैरामीटर में स्टोर हो जाएगी. देन आफ्टर स्ट्रिंग पैरामीटर्स देयर आर वेरियस इंटीजर वैल्यूज एंड ऑल इंटीजर वैल्यूज विल बी स्टोर्ड इन दिस एरे बिकॉज दिस एरे इज क्रिएटेड यूजिंग वेरिएबल लेंथ आर्गुमेंट. सो यहाँ से 10 से लेकर 50 वाली जो वैल्यूज है वो इस एरे में स्टोर हो जाएगी. ये रविंद्र जो लिखा है वो एस में स्टोर हो जाएगा और वो सब हम यहाँ पे अपने लॉजिक के हिसाब से उसको यूज कर सकते हैं. आर यू गेटिंग दिस?
सिर्फ सर पहले ही लिखना पड़ेगा ना सर?
Yes, compulsory we need to write it before the variable length argument, because if you write afterwards then compiler will have confusion whether this Ravindra is integer or not. If I write here, then what it will do, it will consider all the parameters and it will try to store all the parameters in the single array. So in integer array we cannot store this value. That is why it is not possible to write the different values at later on. So this is not valid. Is it fine?
Yes sir.
So this is
Yes,
known as
sir.
this is known as the concept of variable length argument, and as I said, it is very useful concept, and this concept is everywhere in PHP also. You can use it in .NET, in Android, everywhere you can use this concept. तो कभी भी आपको ऐसा करना है कि you have to call the same method while giving the different parameters, then always go with the concept of variable length argument. And it is having very simple syntax and data type 3 dot and array name. यहाँ पे आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हो. After all, it is an array name. Fine, but ये compulsory. यहाँ पे अगर आपको string values ही चाहिए, let's say I want to give various strings, then instead of integer I'll have to write string. यहाँ पे मुझे float values ही चाहिए तो यहाँ पे मुझे float लिखना पड़ेगा. So it depends on the values which we are passing while calling the method. So accordingly we need to specify the data type, then go with 3 dot. You cannot go with 4 dot because this is the syntax, so you need to follow it. 3 dots are required, and at the end you can give the array name. So it is not that you need to write a only, you can go with your name, you can go with any different array name. तो इसका एग्जीक्यूशन ऐसे ही होगा कि यहाँ पे जितनी भी आर्गुमेंट्स होगी वो सब आर्गुमेंट्स, सब वैल्यूज ये एरे पे स्टोर हो जाएगी. And once we have values inside the array, we can easily play with the array because we are very good in playing with the arrays. Fine. Array में एक बार values आ जाएंगी तो आप array के साथ कुछ भी कर सकते हो. Now tell me if you have any doubts in this. Hello. फोन करो मेरे, सेशन चालू. Tell me if you have any doubts. This is the concept of variable length argument. So you can do practice by your own. Try to implement this concept so that you will get the clear understanding, because it is very interesting concept. Done? Is it fine, everyone?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Then in the next session we will see the concept of type conversion, because I have taken too much time and one meeting is also scheduled, so I'll have to go. So on Monday we will see the concept of type conversion also. But before ending this session, let me know if you have any doubts regarding types of variables and the concept of variable length argument. Both the concepts are very useful. See, जावा में अभी क्या है कि अभी मैं आपका बेस बना रहा हूँ, and once the fundamentals will be strong, then you can play with Java easily. तो अभी मैं थोड़ा टाइम ले रहा हूँ, धीरे धीरे हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. जैसे जैसे आपको थोड़ी ग्रिप आ जाएगी, then we will start moving fast. फाइन. अभी मेरा इंटेंशन यही है कि आप कॉन्फिडेंस आ जाना चाहिए कि अभी मुझे जावा में इंटरेस्ट है, मुझे पता चलना लगा है कि इसमें कैसे मेथड कॉल करनी है, कैसे ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना है. एंड सो आई एम ट्राइंग टू जस्ट build the base, and once it will be there, you can easily play with this programming language. It is very interesting and very easy because there are many good features like exception handling. It is there. Threading is also there. Applet programming is also there. So you will enjoy this subject. बट उसके पहले आपका ये बेस स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए. अगर आपको यही नहीं पता है कि क्लास क्या है, ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है, ऑब्जेक्ट बनाने की क्या जरूरत पड़ती है, मेथड को कॉल कैसे किया जा सकता है, तो आपको ये बोर ही लगेगा. दैट इज फॉर श्योर. फाइन. सो अभी जिन लोगों को इसमें कुछ डाउट है, पता नहीं है, यू कैन कॉन्टेक्ट मी. इफ यू डोंट वांट टू कॉन्टेक्ट मी, यू कैन कॉन्टेक्ट योर कलीग्स. इफ यू डोंट वांट टू कॉन्टेक्ट योर कलीग्स, आई विल अपलोड द रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस. आप वो फिर से रिफर कर सकते हो. पहले भी मैंने ही पढ़ाया था, रिकॉर्डेड सेशन में भी मैं ही वहाँ पे होगा. तो उसमें तो मुझे भी डाउट है कि वेदर यू विल लर्न और नॉट. तो वो आपको अभी डिसाइड करना है कि कहाँ से आपको नॉलेज मिलेगा. अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन अप्रोच, बट दिस इज नीडेड. These are the fundamental things and it must be there. Fine. So that's it for today. And now tell me if you want to discuss anything. Otherwise, we are about to close the session.
सर
Yes.
सर रिजल्ट क्या है देखो.
Mostly you will get it before Wednesday. We had one meeting, but parallelly, as I said, the exam committee is preparing the results for remedial exams also. So they want to display all the results together. That's why they are taking time. So mostly they have given the commitment.
એનું આવ્યું ને એટલે યાદ આવ્યું.
Yeah. Mostly they have given the commitment around Wednesday. They are going to publish the result. So maybe you will get it around Wednesday.
ઓકે સર.
Yeah. Fine. So let's see. Yeah.
इसके रिगार्डिंग आपसे बात करनी थी, बट मैं आपको पर्सनली कॉल करना चाहूँगा.
Sure.
ओके सर.
Okay, fine then. I'm going to end this session. You can leave now. There is no session, so you can enjoy and you can enjoy the weekend. But as I said, as soon as faculty members upload the recorded sessions, if you are not fine with the basic things, again refer all the videos and you try to utilize this Saturday, Sunday, so that from
सर
Monday.
पहले के भी सारे वीडियोस आ जाएंगे ना सर?
Yes, all the videos.
ओके सर.
Yeah. Okay, then bye bye. Take care, everyone.
Okay, bye sir. Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye.